Welcome back, everybody, to another Leal Legacy Vloggentary. Today, we're going to go hang out at Epcot and do some Frozen stuff. Frozen Ever After is a ride. Opened June 21st, 2016. Lasts about 5 minutes. It's a water ride. Very much in vein of Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland and Magic Kingdom. The queue theming is some of the best ever. You go through a little village, just kind of like while you're waiting to get on the ride. There's the kids. There's Bainey playing some Ring Around the Rosie with Ryland's little sister. Look at that. That's one thing I'll say about our kids, is that even in long lines, they're able to find ways to entertain themselves. And, you know, that's the trick, isn't it? To keep entertained in long lines, kids at least. But living in the day and age of, like, digital devices, look at that kid. It seems to be a little bit less challenging compared to when I was a kid. But clearly we didn't have to resort to that. And you know what? When the queue was just so fun and engaging, it makes it a lot easier. It really, really does. And it sets the tone for the ride. It puts you in the right mood. There's that guy. Which, I mean, ingenious, right? Ingenious. It's a sauna, like it is in the movie. Isn't it wondrous? Like the magic, just a little, like iPad-sized screen adds to this whole thing and like really places you in the movie. Or in like, it just sets the Frozen mood. You know what I mean? So here we are on our boat. It's considered a dark ride. Like, all the other indoor rides, I guess, can also be considered. It's one of the more unique and fun storybook rides I've been on. And like by storybook rides, I mean, like Peter Pan and Snow White, Pinocchio and Disneyland. Peter Pan, there's in Magic Kingdom and Disneyland. The animatronics on this ride are pretty outrageous. I really, really love the animation of the eyes, because they didn't try to make like, physically kind of motorized eyeballs. They're from what I can tell, they look pretty animated, like they're projected on the face somehow, or it's like a small screen. But that, I really feel like that takes the characters to another level on these storybook rides, because a lot of the storybook rides have very motionless faces. You know what I mean? They'll have like some, basic body movements. And this is really the storybook rides that I'm talking about, because Pirates of the Caribbean, animatronics, and, things of that nature, much more lifelike. But the cartoon characters, the Disney storybook characters, a lot of those rides I feel are kind of outdated now once you see what they can do on this ride. That Olaf right there is not operational. So everything I was just saying about how rad the animatronics are, it's a bummer to see one not move. But let's see, can you see the faces, or are we going too fast? Like the faces themselves look so much more just alive, and Anna's body movements right there were incredible. Very, very fluid. I just, the Peter Pan rides, I think all the characters on there seem really stiff. So I'm hoping they take the time at some point to refurbish those. What makes this ride ultra cool is this part right here, where the boat does this kind of like turn bit and you end up going down backwards, which, yeah, that added a whole new level of excitement, especially on one of these like water-based dark rides. And it really sets it apart and makes it unique in its own, because it's the only ride that I've ever been on that does that specifically for a water ride. And it's, it's really immersive for a storybook ride. And I feel like it does more than just tell you kind of like, a generic version of the story from the movie. It's definitely like more of an experience with these characters from that movie. And here again, the boat did another little turn and now you're going forward again. So very there's some awesome complexities on this seemingly straightforward. I was going to say basic, but there's nothing really basic about it. And you know what? On the Little Mermaid at Magic Kingdom, those characters feel a little stiff as well, if I remember correctly. And their faces have little to no emotion because, just based on that stiffness that I've been talking about. But yeah, look at it. Like, Olaf looks like Olaf, a living version, and look at their faces, Anna and Elsa. They seem so much more animation brought to life instead of props. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, really, really cool ride. Look forward to doing it again. And they had, or maybe still have, an Anna and Elsa meet and greets as well at Epcot to go along with the ride. I don't really recall. I think we did the ride, then the meet and greet, I believe. I think I did the edit as such to follow the timeline of our day that day. But even, yeah, the queue. So I'm not necessarily the biggest character meet and greet person. Marissa loves it. Bane and Rylan love it. I think Rylan, given his age, he's more on my level when it comes to like, let's go do rides and stuff. But Baney, even and at that specific time, Bane was still 3. Character meets were something that he found a lot of enjoyment in. And I think that kind of does play into the she's just too perfect. It's what was I saying? Marissa distracted me. No, it was worth the distraction. Oh yeah, because given Bane's size at the time we were there weren't a lot of other rides he could do when it comes to like more thrilling rides. So it's all the same to him. Hold me. I wasn't gonna hold him because that's Bane's way of trying to get out of interacting with people. He's like, "Daddy, hold me." Even though Bane does like meeting characters, he gets super duper shy, or would get super duper shy with the princesses. And look at little Mila. If I remember correctly, this was Mila's like most exciting moment, because she is a Frozen super fan. I mean, we're all Frozen fans, but like, there's nothing like a little girl getting to meet a princess that she loves, right? And then there's the seasoned pro, Rylan, doing his character meet and greet and posing. Mom being a photographer. Kid's a professional poser. And then there's Baney. Baney always making things more complicated than they have to be. He loves Anna and Elsa too. Doesn't really know how to pose for pictures, but he's awesome. He did that really well. He didn't want to meet Belle. You can see that in another Vloggentary from a Magic Kingdom day. But there, one set of princesses, I think it was Cinderella and someone else, he just refused to go in. He's like, no, I'm not going to do that. But look at that. I bet she's feeling the same way I felt when I got to meet Stan Lee. You know what I mean? Stan Lee was kind of like an adult character meet and greet for me. Dude, Rylan just did a wardrobe change from Elsa to Anna. Oh, he's rocking an Arendelle shirt. There you go. That's why he took it off. It was a Toy Story hoodie. And here comes Bane. See? Baney. The other kids are able to jump in, jump out. Oh, he's doing so good this time around. I'm kind of surprised. And I edited this video together, and I'm still surprised by what it's showing. Is this where it gets? No, he's doing super. The hesitancy. There we go. See? Slightly skittish. There you go, buddy. This was one of the, I think, earlier things we did that day. So maybe he was still in a good mood, or he was still riding that high from Frozen Ever After. I don't know. But anyway, that was us doing Frozen stuff at Epcot. Hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. And I hope you're looking forward to new Vloggentaries. You know what? You can find more impressive vloggy stuff over at Leal Ever After YouTube channel. And that's happily, but put Leal at the end. And that's our family vlog channel that we've kicked up and started. So there's going to be more vloggy stuff over there than there is here. But you know what? Over here, I'm going to promote my podcast, Leal Legacies Ragnarok. And I won't be doing that at Leal Ever After because, you know, it doesn't correlate very well. But whatever. Leal Legacies Ragnarok, available across all your favorite podcast platforms. Right now I'm going and doing watch-along podcasts to all the Disney animated feature films. So I hope that got you stoked. You know what else is going to got you stoked? Got you. I don't know. I thought that was going to sound cooler than it did. Our store over at leallegacy.com. Our Skeleton Crew store. leallegacy.com/shop or skeletoncrewbrand.com. Scope out all the cool streetwear we got for you, featuring designs digitally crafted by me. It's just all designs based on my fandoms. So there's some Disney stuff in there. Just go look for it. And as always, you can find Leal Legacy across all your favorite social media platforms at Leal Legacy. And as always, thanks for being a friend, guys, and telling a friend. And go subscribe to Leal Ever After because the vlogging content there is going to be far superior. All right, see ya.